The Consumer Council of Zimbabwe is investigating cross-country a Chinese-owned shop selling domestic goods for displaying prices that are different from those charged at tills. Consumer Council of Zimbabwe Masvingo Regional Officer Ndumiso Muchini said that it is illegal for a shop not to display the correct prices. He said all shops have got an obligation to respect consumer rights, and if they don't, they will be prosecuted. Chinese shop downtown in Eben Chitepo Street manager Edwin Chanachimwe and his assistant Leadmore Mutimutema became rowdy when the mirror approached them for a comment and tried to smash the camera. Gertrude Mutokoi tried to get a refund after realizing the discrepancies in prices, but the managers told her to report anyway and said Chinese shops were untouchable in Zimbabwe.
And the more which are prices, I'm not pushing their price. I'm not pushing their price. That's how no change their price. How no change their price. How no change their price. How
ndivanaona akundosa $10 ndikabveta mari akabva ati zvinoita $3 ndikamira chiuko dzakangonzi $2 obva atoti kuzoita chi $3 nenyaya yekoti ndikati zvemakoti zvenyu hazvizvi ndangotedzera puraizi iri pachikadhi yamakanyora akabva atoti ndo puraizi ndikabva chiorati handichazvikwanisi tindidzorera ichi mari yangu akabva ati atiite rivhesi ndatobudisa risiti ndobva ndati obva atoti hamirai pagoita umwe munhu anotenga tigoswapa and then ndadambomira nguva refu panasinapo patiu ari padhonti azoti akowo musikana usati wapedzegwa here ndopandatoketa attention yake ndobva atouya vatoti hatidzoseri mari muno matidzoreri babai vauya neni kumira uku vatiitawo makwiriza meno nyaya dzavo dzemari maretitititi vakabva vazongoti ainda kuenda ndobva vazodzoka kuti musikana mambetsera here obva toti hanyaya yake hatikwanisi kumbetsa hati rivhesi transaction ndobva vazoti chinanotora pikicha unhakine nzinde neukumira kana uchida kutokosana nekupolisi ndobva ndabva ndazoya kumira ndazoya nemukuno.
My name is Ndumiso Mutimutema. I'm the regional officer for the Consumer Council of Zimbabwe, Masvingo province. Recently, we received a consumer complaint from a consumer who was shortchanged by a certain retail shop when they were transacting. It's basically on the issue of non-disclosure of prices. We have what we call the Consumer Protection Act, an act that was gazetted on the 10th of December 2019. Basically, the act aims to protect the consumer of goods and services by ensuring a fair, efficient, sustainable, transparent marketplace for both consumers and the business. So in relation to this case, we're focusing on Section 26, the right to information, right to disclosure of information regarding goods or services and disclosure of prices. So it becomes an offense for one not to display prices on products that they're selling. If you look at Section 26, subsection 2, it says no supplier shall display any goods for sale or services on offer without displaying to the consumer a price in relation to those goods or services. So basically what it means is for every product that is being sold by a retail shop or by a service provider, there is to be a price in relation to those products or services. Also, the products or services should be expressed in the currency that is being used by that country. That's under subsection 4 of the same act. Also, if you look at subsection 5, it basically also says that no supplier shall require a consumer to pay a price for any goods or services higher than the advertised or displayed price. We have noted this as a concern to some consumers that when they are shopping, the prices that are displayed on the shelf are not the same prices that they are required to pay at the point of sale. I think that is actually covered under subsection 5 of the same Act, that says no supplier shall be required to ask a consumer to pay more for the price of the goods or services that are displayed. Also, you have to also look at if there are two prices advertised concurrently on the same product, the lowest price should be considered the price of the goods or the services. For those who are contravening this Act, under subsection 9 also talks about the penalties. If you are found selling products that you are not displaying prices, or if you are found contravening any of the issues that I raised regarding to the right to information, you will be liable to a fine of what we call level 5 fine, or 3 months imprisonment, or both. So if you have any dispute that you have between a service provider or any retail shop, it's within your rights to seek redress. It's also want to highlight the issue of the right to fair contractual agreement under section 35, the right to fair and honest dealing and protection from unconscionable conduct that we've noticed of late. We are basically talking about issues like a customer is denied their change, or they are forced to buy certain items that they will not have budgeted for. All this is now not permitted under section 35, where it says no supplier, market or service provider shall use physical force, coercion, undue influence, duress, harassment, or unfair tactics against a consumer in connection with any transaction that will be going on. Because we basically noted that consumers are being denied small change and they are being forced to either buy. If you realize that the price that is displayed on the shelf is not in tandem with the price that you are required to pay now at the point of sale, it's actually within your rights to raise that issue with the first person, that's the till operator. You raise that issue, you say no. If you realize that the price that is displayed on the shelf is not in tandem with the price that you are required to pay now at the point of sale, it's actually within your rights to raise that issue with the first person, that's the till operator. You raise that issue, you say no, there's a price discrepancy. You can approach the Consumer Council of Zimbabwe. We actually are situated at 136 Edson Zogo Street. That's where our offices are. Or we can actually contact our offices on 0773 900912. That's the landline, that's the cell phone number that you can use. Or you can use our landline, that is 039, our code 2264748. So you can basically contact us on those contact details so that we assist you in getting redress. But I must emphasize that as a consumer, you should make sure that what you are paying for is actually what you would have seen being displayed as the price of that product or service. And if you realize that there's a shop owner or there's a retail shop or a service provider who is charging more than what is displayed, it's actually an offense. You also need to raise that issue with them and tell them that what you're basically doing is you're contravening the Consumer Protection Act, Chapter 14.14, Section 26,